So the most common thing that we get asked about probably is still Google and how to get a website or how to get articles found in the search engines. Now, we've got a search engine results page. I'm sure most of you are aware of this, but you can cover it anyway. What you have on a page of Google when you type a search in is you have ads, those are the ones that appear on the right at the top, and then you have the natural results, which are the ones that appear on the left. Now, to get found on the left-hand side, there are a number of benefits to doing that, to get found organically high for certain search words and phrases. Firstly, that's still, in this online advertising world, that's still the thing that most people go to. Something like 6 out of 7 searches still click on the organic results and avoid the ads. So that is definitely the number one in terms of the amount of traffic you can get from it. It's a great long-term investment because SEO is a process that builds over time, and the longer it goes on, the better the value it is. You earn traffic rather than paying for it, because it's traffic that your website has earned rather than you just forking out for it. What you effectively do is to build value in your biggest marketing asset, your website. So some the basics, we could do a whole day on SEO, but just to give you a very basic overview, the way that Google ranks websites is broadly down to 2 main things. One of those is how relevant is the content. And the way that you make your website relevant is by optimizing the site for keywords. So if we take that example that I showed you earlier, why have my Google rankings dropped? Well, there are places on the page where that phrase is entered in the code of the page itself. Every page on your website has its own section of code, and you can put keywords into that code to flag up to Google what that page is relevant for. And that's one of the ways that Google will determine if a page is relevant for a search or not. That's the very, very basic level. Now, the early search engines all used that. I don't know if everyone remembers Lycos or Ask Jeeves, the very, very first search engines. And what happened was they weren't very reliable at finding what you wanted. They tended to be full of rubbish, and that's why everyone switched to Google. And the reason for that was that it was very easy to kind of manipulate that system. If you knew, let's say you had a website where you was some kind of spam website selling knockoff Rolexes or something. If you knew that 50,000 people a day typed in the word Britney Spears, then you could just put the keyword Britney Spears in loads of different places on your page, and the search engines would think that you were relevant and they would put you on the first page, even though you weren't relevant at all. So the reason that Google didn't give you those kinds of results was because they introduced a program of monitoring how many links there were to a site. And that's mentioned in your reports, how many backlinks you have. And a link is where someone on a website talking about something else puts a link to your website, so if that person is reading the site and they click that link, it'll open your site up. And the way that Google sees that is a sign that that person trusts you. Because they wouldn't have put, you don't put links to stuff you don't trust, do you? You wouldn't put on your websites links to anywhere dodgy, I'm guessing. So it's a signal of trust, and the more people do that, the more people trust you, the more authority your business has. The reason why in some, we've got clients that sell things like blinds, for example, and they're competing with Homebase and Dunelm and people that have got so much authority because they have so many people mentioning them and referring to them online that you're never going to get them above those companies for certain terms. So the more of these links you build, the higher your website will rank and the higher all your articles will rank for absolutely everything. So when we run SEO campaigns, that's part of what we do, is to build links over a period of time and raise the level of authority of your website, as well as making it relevant for the right keywords. So that's a basic of SEO. So if you want to get an article found, it needs to be well optimized, and we need to drive links to that article, and that's what helps it get further up.